today we're going to be talking a little bit about Legos in a general sense, since Marissa here works at the Lego store in our local mall. So she's going to get to kind of take the lead on this one.
I know, I take the lead. Yeah. You have to direct me in some sense.
Okay. Well, let's look at our notes.
Yeah, I know.
So, I figured we could talk about the fact that when it comes to Legos, there's pretty much a set for everybody because
Usually.
There's so many. I said fandom sets because you have what we talked about: Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. Of course, all of those are now retired.
So then the only way you can get them is usually eBay, and they cost like
a lot of money.
At least 3 times as much, usually way more.
Right, because people are like serious collectors.
Yeah.
Like, I never realized.
There's a cat.
There is a cat.
A cat butt. Lay down, Mother.
Lay down. Okay. So, I never realized that people were hardcore collectors of Legos.
Yep. I mean, we know, well, if you're not talking about the resellers who come in and, like, buy a bunch of stuff and then they store it forever so that they can
mark it up
off,
later.
when it's retired. We have plenty of regular people that come in and then we just sell them like constantly. Like, it's every weekend they're there.
Right,
Get
like
a bunch of crap. Like,
when you said you were going to work at the Lego store, I was like, how often do people buy Legos? But apparently all the time.
Yeah, we're busy basically every day anyway. Unless it's like right in the middle of like a school day.
Right. Well, but then you also have at the store, you have the mini builds.
We have the mini builds, which are like, it used to be that people lined up around the store and then they like waited.
Right.
And it would start at like 5. No, it'd start at like, 5, because it used to be 5 to 7. So
the cat's trying to help. Super helpful.
It would start at 5, but people would be lining up like between 2 and 3.
Right, like they were going to a concert or
yeah,
something.
and they were literally just like not even $5 sets. Like, you couldn't buy them, but like if you were to put a price tag on those things,
right, they're little. They're like
tiny.
40 pieces.
Yeah. But people went crazy for that. Now it's an online registration, which you still don't have to pay.
Right, but it's like super exclusive.
They have a set number. People sign up for the time slot they want, although people never come when it's their time slot. They're always like, well, I'm here like 2 hours early. Can I just,
You're like, this is not your time. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, we can maybe fit you in, like, but they're not allowed to take it home anymore, because they used to be able to take it home. Now
Right,
they would just build it in the store.
Right, and you have to be between the ages of someone who can actually build a Lego toy.
Ages 6 to 12 or 13. But we have people that sign up and lie about their kid's age, and then lie about their kid's age to us, and we're like, we know that child is not 4.
Right,
that
so if
child
I
is like 2.
if I showed up with my 2-year-old, you'd be like, I don't think they can do the Legos.
Yeah, but parents like then get offended. Like, you're saying my kid's dumb, and it's like, we're not saying your kid's dumb, we're just saying that it's a liability if they like choke on pieces.
Right, which is why you have Duplo.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of Duplo.
Which parents will complain about that to us too. They're like, well, why don't you have like a Duplo build? And we're like,
because you're the Lego store, not the Duplo store.
Yeah, like, it's just not something that Legos ever fit in.
Right. You probably wouldn't have a big enough crowd for that anyway. I was going to say, some of the sets that you still have, well, some of the Star Wars stuff is retired.
Yeah, there's a lot of retired Star Wars stuff, but they keep coming out with new, especially because of the new upcoming movie. They made a bunch of new stuff for that.
I was going to say, we have a bunch of the...
Dan collects
Yeah, we have 2 Star Wars things back there.
We have
we have the Slave One and
TIE Fighter, and you haven't built the TIE Fighter yet.
No, we haven't built the TIE Fighter yet.
That's the
cat, lay down.
That's the...
Thank you. I don't remember which one that is. I'm not good with Star Wars ship names off the top of my head.
No, I can't remember which one that is because I'll mess it up with like 3 different ones that are like really similar to that. So we still have the Star Wars, and I found it interesting because like the newest Death Star, because they've had a couple models of Death Star, but the newest Death Star was retiring, and then they actually decided to bring it back from retirement.
Really?
And you know, Lego, once they decide to retire something, like they make the number that they want and then they destroy the mold.
Right.
So they had to make a new mold to like make more.
I mean, I imagine they still have like the blueprints for it in a computer somewhere.
Well, yeah.
But, yeah.
But like they have to create the whole new mold and everything,
right.
I guess. So I find it interesting.
And then you have like the superhero stuff. So
yeah,
you
the
have
Marvel
both
and DC.
and DC.
Yeah, we have. It's not our biggest section. Like Star Wars, I'd say, is our biggest
Really?
section in the store. And I think that's mainly because mostly adults come in and buy that. Like
right.
a lot of kids like it too, but it's mostly
it's a
adults
lot of pieces.
buying, yeah, the really big sets. So Marvel and DC have smaller sets, except for the Helicarrier, which is also up there, which Dan owns and I own.
Yeah, which is a really big set.
It's a really big set. That was, I think it was over 3,000 pieces.
Yeah, I think it was closer to 4,000.
Yeah, I think so. That one was, that's my favorite.
Yeah, we need to get the, you can get the thing that makes the lights work for it, and like
the
spins.
power function.
Yeah, the power function, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, and so besides the regular ones that Lego comes up with, there's also the
Lego Ideas, which is a really interesting, like, idea. Let me see how many times I can say idea. But so, like, you can come up with an idea for a Lego set that you think would be popular.
Right.
You can submit the idea to Lego. Usually you, like, find a way to build it first, or, like, because we have
you can't just be like, hey, I have this awesome idea that I don't know how to build.
Yeah, like, I don't know exactly how the system works, but I know that my one coworker at work was building a rock star, like, show stage thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, he's a band teacher,
right?
So, like, he's really into it. He built that. He also built a whole wedding chapel that was the replica of the church that he was getting married in.
That's cute.
And that was like the gift to his wife, which was adorable. But yeah, so with Lego Ideas, I get off track. You come up with the idea, you submit the idea. I don't know if you have to have it built or not.
Right.
And then you get votes on it. So, like, if you have, like, time to go on Lego Ideas and, like, vote for stuff and, like, look up if anything is what you're interested in.
Tell them.
Yeah, well, I'm bad at, like, looking. Okay. But you should really, go vote because it really helps. They have to get, I believe it's, said 100,000. I think 100,000 votes sends it into, oh my god, brother. Sends it into, like, where Lego reviews it, and then they decide if they actually, like, want to make it.
Right.
So, like, I believe it can't get to that review stage, and they still turn it down.
Right. But a lot of things have come
But a lot of things have come through it.
Yeah.
And you even, like, make a very small percentage of, like...
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you get it through, then you're making, like, it's like a super small percent, but you are making some money.
2 pennies, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
you are
cool,
making some money off of the idea that you had, though.
Yeah.
So some of the things that came out of it, though, was our latest is the Big Bang Theory, which I'm not a fan of, you're not a fan of, I know.
But it exists, so but there you go.
And, you know, people really like the show. Like, the show is really popular.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that it came out.
Yeah.
The one cool thing about that set, though, is it comes with every character, like, from the main core of characters. Comes with all of them, which is kind of rare.
Right.
for a Lego set to come with that many minifigures. And then we have the Ghostbusters, which comes with all 4 guys. And that's the Echo one, so it's the car.
Right.
And it's really cool.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, I like that one. Like, I like Ghostbusters. I'm not like crazy Ghostbuster fan, but it is a neat set. And then, even more recent than the Big Bang Theory is the Wall-E suit. Wall-E, and it's the actual like
it
robot
actually looks
built.
like the robot. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's super cute. They were having some issues with it though, with its neck staying up, like being
So
able
its
to
head
hold
fell
the head.
off.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I know that it had been distributed to like Toys R Us and Target, but hadn't come to us. So then we finally got it in after like, it was like a couple months after it was supposed to be released. And so we finally got it, and then we had it for like not even a week.
Oh, good.
And they took it back off our shelves. So I think if you had already bought it, you can call Lego. They'll send you the pieces to fix it. It was like 40 extra pieces that you needed.
Right. That seems to be the nice thing about Lego too, is with sets, if you are missing pieces,
They
you
take
can
care
just
of you.
call them.
Yeah. People come in and ask us because, you know, we have our pick-a-brick wall, which has a very limited selection of just pretty basic bricks.
Right.
So sometimes people come in and we can help them and we can find the piece that they need if it's like pretty basic. Sometimes people come in with kind of crazy
Right,
pieces
because
that
there's
they
a bunch
need,
of
and I'm like,
weird
we're
pieces
not gonna have
now.
that.
Like when I was younger, like I didn't have a lot of Legos, but the Legos I did have, they didn't have these like crazy. They were like hinges and things.
Yeah,
But they were
it's
like these
still more
little
basic.
intricate things. Yeah.
Yeah, now there's some really weird
Like, they're
looking
super
pieces
specific.
that are
Yeah.
super specific to sets that like are really weird out of context. So sometimes we can help you with that, but mainly it's like call customer service and they'll send it to you for free.
Right.
Like if it's missing, if you lost it and you say it's missing.
Right. Because it's not like you're gonna call in and say I need this piece and like sell it to someone.
Yeah.
For your 2 cents worth of plastic.
And you know, they have like the online pick-a-brick selection, which is huge. Like
Right.
in our store we just have a few things, but online it's crazy what you can get.
So then.
Yeah, so that's basically Lego ideas right now.
Yeah.